Yeah. Yeah.
No pregame actions, unfortunately. Swamp pass.
No pregame actions, unfortunately, says Michael. And here's Dave with the Turn 1 Dragon's Rage Channeler, followed up by our Mishra's Bauble Serval. All right, Scalding Tarn into the graveyard. Going to take a look at the top card of Michael's deck. It's an Ancient Tomb. We got to see it. Learn to Love. Rich Callie is here. What's up, Rich? How's it going?
Long, grinding interesting game against round 1. And round 2. Oh. Okay. You can't even attack as well.
And pass to you.
Black shooting. How many EIs have you had passed against you? Everybody was playing around this information, so. As they should.
Yep.
All right, Brainstorm Serval. Leave it on top and resolve the Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people talking about Predict in Delver. I haven't been playing Delver for like the past 3 years at all. In fact, I haven't played Delver even once, I don't think, in the past 3 years. But so I can't really say. I'll be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the card Predict. I don't really like that card. Anytime I tried to play it, I was just like, this card sucks. I don't really like this. That's been my personal experience. So that wouldn't be what I would be leaning towards. Minifer in the chat also, I guess, saying Predict sucks in Delver.
No, this one is I remove the top. I exile the top card. I can put it in my hand, or I can go again. It stops when I exile 2 cards with the same name, and then I get nothing.
Tainted Pact.
Back to your hand. I'm going to Provocation.
So I either get 1 or 0.
Sacrificing I get a cast a spell. Is that all? Unfortunately, yes.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Next week, he's going to 50 needles in Edge of Autumn. You're going to go.
I can just awakening. I'll keep going. Wayline.
We're going to go turn with this.
I'll keep going.
Dark Death.
Dark Ritual.
We might be here for a while.
Is that exiled or countered?
Yeah, this is a fair Tainted Pact.
Yeah, because it's countered.
Opposition agent.
Okay.
Sure.
Untap.
I'm gonna keep going.
Hey, the upkeep.
Alright, so now these are all exiled, I get nothing.
Okay.
So I was greedy.
Yep.
Alright. Untap.
What? Just get nothing? Oh my god. All right. So that was not very exciting. Here's Plague Engineer, though, which is exciting. Actually, I'm very excited right
I
now.
want you to think about the time.
Damn it. Force pitching Brainstorm. Oh, I wanted that to resolve so bad. Sorry, Dave.
I saw
I had no mana that
Have you ever Plague Engineered and blew up more than one creature against Delver, everybody? That feels good.
Whatever you got. I forgot. Because I forgot.
I never got that far.
MTG banning with a highlighted message. Great swamp art. Yeah, I believe those are the APAC swamps. Somebody was asking about that earlier.
Yeah, I'm a target player to curse.
Okay, Force of Will revealed and flipping into Insectile Aberration here. Does not look like Delirium is online.
I'm going to predict myself. Sure.
Yep.
Leave that on top. On aim island.
Yep.
All right, so there's Predict using Serval to get it right. And yeah, there's predict. So that was exciting. Crying Out Wolf says main deck playing engineer. Is this an elves heavy meta? No, I think a lot of these mono black decks just have some number of engineers in the main.
Plague engineer.
Yeah, another plague engineer. Let's do it. This one might be a little too late though.
Cast another brainstorm? Trigger?
At least this is a deck that I've seen before. Some of the older players.
Yeah, anybody looking for tips on how to play Delver, get in touch with Rich Callie, Learn to Love in the chat.
Hey, how about you? I could appreciate that.
Click on that name and hit follow.
On level? What's your record?
All right, so the Plague Engineer resolves. It names human. DRC gets thrown into the trash. Insectile aberration will get shrunk. It's a human insect.
You're still here for round 4 after 0-3. You're playing for the fun of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't show up here for any other reason. Get to our call,
Goblin Lackey is in the chat. What is going on here? Goblin Lackey, what's up? You missed it. We had a whole bunch of Goblins games on earlier. All right, here's Merc. You would have went crazy. Here's Murktide Region, everybody. Oh, Murktide Region, everybody. What does the timer look like? How long do we have until people start tweeting about Murktide Region again? We just had a ban 48 hours ago. How much time do we have left for a break from that?
This is your name for the thing
I got a timer going.
I'm gonna go 0 lands. Got all the sideboard cards though.
Question for all the legacy people, and we got into this. I mentioned it, whatever, in our Discord and discussion that was happening on Monday when the bans happened. I know not all of you follow Modern at all, but if you watch games of Modern, like I was watching Honorog stream over the weekend, there was a Modern event somewhere, I don't know. And here's Delphi Voidwalker on turn 1 from Michael. Chromox pitched a ley line, which is interesting. But if you watch games of Modern, obviously not every Modern game will have this, but you'll often see games with Renin 6, Ragavan, Expressive Iteration, these cards that have been banned in Legacy. How does that make you feel? Does anybody have anything interesting to say about that? I mean, what I'm getting at is we have these, Dreadnought Arcanist is... I don't even think that card barely gets played in Modern. What do I know? But it is legal. But we have these new powerful cards. I mean, Brendan 6 isn't even really that new anymore, but they're newish cards. They're from the new age of Magic, and they're powerful, but you can't use them in Legacy. Is that weird? All right, so... All right, for a second there, I thought we had cards going into the wrong zone, but they're going into exile. Okay. Here's Delver.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, black it out for expressive iteration, and I realized I was banned.
Chalice on 1.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna quickly change out more cards. And I throw that 4 white.
Chalice on 1 on the stack here for Michael.
Yep. Cool.
And now I was like,
Right, that one does that exile. Force goes to this exile. Yeah.
that's why I was thinking. I was
Surgical alone.
am I supposed to be naming this?
Okay, so they're keeping track of the exile with Dorothy Voidwalker. In case anybody's confused here why there are two piles. They get exiled with a shadow, void, whatever counter on them. Yeah, in the context of different formats, cards have different power levels. Like, just making a silly example, but there's a chance that if they put White Plume Adventurer into standard, it might be fair and be fine, let's say. So I get all of that. I don't know. I'm just making a silly example. But, yeah. I'm just wondering what people think.
Spells in there. Confrontation, exploration, expedition map. Lovely.
Some days.
Alright, so we're now proceeding to my main.
Yes.
Keep 7.
So I guess that's gonna go to 3, right?
Yeah,
So you may as well just find something.
Oh, no worries.
Well, my
So
7.
this
Plague
way,
Engineer?
alright, that's on the stack.
It's Plague Engineer again, but it's getting dazed this time. And sacking Dothy to counter it back. And have Plague Engineer resolve, it seems. Alright, naming human with Plague Engineer.
So with the search trigger on the stack, I can
And then I'll pass the turn.
The slightly darker hue of the foils looks like pinkish.
Okay, so Michael prioritizing get a human Plague Engineer on the board over having Voidwalker.
Turn for 2.
now I'll search
This is getting interesting. Alright, here's Mercurial Spell Dancer. I think that's the first I don't remember Spell Dancers appearing on stream previously. That might be the first one ever. Alright, here's Shieldred and an attack with Plague Engineer, so Shieldred will be pretty good here.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Kaplan thinking about blocking, maybe?
Tempting.
Yeah. That's like when I was in Jersey, that's what I was playing. Yeah, I finished like 9.
And people were talking about the mission statement for Legacy in the discussion in the Discord. The mission statement for Legacy. What is the mission statement for Legacy for you, dear Twitch chatter / YouTube commenter, and the very few people who watch this on Facebook? What is your take, your personal take on the mission statement of Legacy? What are we trying to accomplish? If you have something you want to share with the class, now is the time.
I'll put all 3 copies on.
Draw. Should turn over.
All right, Shoulder doing its thing here.
Yep.
All right, Shieldred, very powerful card.
Ice Fangs.
Like, Expressive Iteration is, to me anyway, clearly not as powerful as, let's say, Brainstorm. So it wasn't a power thing.
Brainstorm, calendar, like all the cards. I was thinking about just putting hex.
There's no threshold for power level.
Because 3 colors, how often are you going to get 3 snowlands?
Keep that.
It is hard. I've been playing.
All right, Bobble U. Looks like Helm on top. And drawing the card off Mishra's Bobble.
For a month,
It's very, very difficult to have it take any damage.
exile at the
The green and the change for
pass the turn.
Mayor says Legacy to me is slamming a turn 1 Needle and naming Grindstone against an opponent playing Doomsday. Yes, yeah. That sounds like a great play, Mayor. Goblin Lackey says there is a threshold for power, but there's also a list of untouchables that have been determined by age. Yeah. That sounds right.
Dodge Doomsday, it felt so good, honestly. It's like a rush. It feels like something I can't even describe.
Noxus was the OG initiative where you slam it and it's unbeatable.
Yeah, it's kind of beatable, but yeah.
Lantern control. Come on, Guy Drinks Tea. Do you want to get banned from the chat? You're about to get banned from the chat with that one. Nobody wants to play against your Lantern control deck. All right, here's Tainted Pack again. Opposition Agent. Dorothy Voidwalker. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm just playing. Dorothy Voidwalker. I'm sorry. That was Turok. Dread Counter. Dread Canter. Here's Swamp. Helm of Obedience. Agadim's Awakening.
I've had like empty boards before where I had Cavern against like Jeskai Control or something. I slammed Luxus with nothing else on the board.
Yeah.
And I whiffed, and then they sourced it. This card sucks.
That's the quintessential what I imagine.
All right, Dark Ritual gets chosen. Tainted Pact. Useful this time. I guess. All right, going back to Michael.
Really just like 5 goblins fighting each other. Well, that was a day. That was a Monday night full of magic.
Sure.
Hey, it's nice playing with you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the games. Thank you.
There's Plague Engineer once again. So, I'm assuming Michael will name human. This Dragon's Rage Channeler only has artifact, one type in the graveyard currently.
When I go with this target you gonna go target myself. To send a message.
I'll leave
Let's send a message. All right.
their name, honor.
All right, next week I'm going to come in and I'm going to play land while everyone else is walking in, and then I'm going to do this crazy juke where then I play land.
Toller Eric chiming in. I'm not saying this is the mission statement, and I don't know how you specify this, but to me, Legacy should reward precision. Brainstorm does that, and Wasteland punishes lack of it. That's why those cards are okay. I like that. How does like expressive iteration fit into that? Does it not reward precision? Like is expressive iteration too much of a what do you even call it? Like there's not enough decisions, because it feels like it does create interesting decisions for the player resolving expressive iteration. Like I've enjoyed playing expressive iteration because it feels like good. I hate using these words because they're so like overused, but good gameplay.
I am the Twitter of this.
It over awards precision, says Minifer. Maybe this is all just too hard to describe in one sentence.
Yo, the YouTube commenters are gonna take your Heartblade seriously and then like start.
Goblin Lackey says there's some argument that brute force card advantage bails you out of your mistakes easily. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Least favorite?
Yeah, I want to know the rankings. If I'm not at the bottom, I'm gonna start something
You're definitely not gonna win that poll
until I go.
You're definitely like a crowd favorite.
2 mana draw 2 is too good, says Hari Houdini.
It's the altars. People are just like, this guy has altars. He's just he gets a pass. I think the least favorite is me, actually. I don't think
Just because you play with the
So here's the thing. You'll know who voted,
extended universe
and then you
cards.
can pull like an Elon Musk and just
All right, a Ponder's getting responded to with an opposition agent. Bolt on opposition agent.
that's true.
I guess to wrap up the thoughts on this topic, I guess how I personally feel is that, and we talked about this a bit earlier. You know, if every spring we're just trimming off like a couple of cards that the Legacy community just doesn't really like, the majority doesn't really like playing with from new sets, okay, I could live with that. But I guess I just feel like I don't know which direction the ship is facing, and I don't know which direction we're going. I just feel kind of like I'm watching Modern, and they're using the latest, hottest, powerfulest cards, but we're not. And I guess I personally just feel confused. Like, I don't know which way we're going. I don't know what the point is. I don't know why we're favoring old cards over new cards. It doesn't feel like that needs to be the case. And I just feel like I don't know where we're going, and I frankly don't care, so whatever. That's how I feel at this point. And I have no control over the ban list whatsoever, so I don't really even think about it that much. So I guess I have no idea what the mission statement is and what it should be, and that's why I was asking you fine people what you think. New donation from Andolini Casa. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that.
so sweet. You know, it's like you coming down from the sky like Earl, like Benucci.
But yeah, I feel like I'm along for the ride. I'm going to play Legacy probably as long as the events keep firing at my LGS, and I'm having fun, but I don't really get what direction we're going. I don't understand which way the ship is facing. I'm just like somewhere in there not looking out the windows.
It'd be great.
I know, really thoughtful commentary, everybody.
I still have these.
Another Delver for Kaplan. Largely play extremely powerful decks featuring most iconic cards in Magic history. Yeah, I mean, like 8 years from now, 10 years from now, wouldn't, assuming we stay on course, wouldn't Ragavan be like an iconic, powerful card? See, I don't get what we're doing. I just don't understand what we're doing. I'm not saying decisions are right or wrong, or I don't know. I'm somewhere just like, I don't know where we're going.
No. Especially that bad. It's like,
You know, they just had like these events where they're giving out like promo Ragavans, and they have new Ragavans with the Kaladesh Invention borders coming out. Like, it's clearly an iconic, powerful card. I don't think there's any debating that part of it. Gameplay aside, in Legacy. Going down to 4 now. The Delvers are flipped and they're doing damage. Has the Voidwalker a Helm could end the game. All right, here's Krolmox pitching a Shieldred. Uh-oh. Here's Helm. Oh!
all I can do is cast a predict. Yeah.
All right, clearly Force of Will and Daze and Force of Negation are too good, everybody.